Hello, my name is Jackson Cleaver, and this is the Tiger Hiline Online. With the first episode of the new school year, we have some great stories to bring you, including this year's homecoming lunch by Kellen Chenoweth and Milo Simpson, a Waterloo music performance by Javier Acevedo-Reed and Daniel Mitchell, the Cedar Falls varsity team at the Rich Engel Classic by Jack Jorgensen and Benjamin Rumsey, an interview with athletics director Mr. Becker regarding the kind actions of the Cedar Falls football team at a recent game, as well as a personal profile of special needs teacher Kara Bierbauer by Xander Groover. Here are Kellen Chenoweth and Milo Simpson with the homecoming lunch.
Last Friday, hundreds of Cedar Falls High School students and staff flooded through the doors and outside to eat a lunch prepared for them by the First Christian Church. The sizzle of burgers and smell of hot dogs began wafting through the parking lot as early as 8 this morning, as around 8 members of the church fired up the grill and started churning out burgers. Hundreds of baked goods, pop cans, and chips were donated by members of the church, who have been helping make this event happen for over 15 years. Students like Eli Mickey and Skylar Borhave attended the event this year to reap the benefits of good food and good conversation.
It's awesome. I love it. It's so great. They're giving us free food. They're great burgers, great food, super nice of them. Even though we park in there and we're not supposed to, it's just really nice of them. It's a great way to kick off homecoming.
Very delicious, actually.
I like that everybody just comes here and they provide all this food for us, which is really cool. And it's just a great way for people to hang out.
Event coordinator Gary Chambers talked with us about the origins of this event.
We started this in 2002, and the lady that started it, she did it for a couple of years, and then decided she didn't want to do it anymore, so my wife and I took it over. It takes a lot of people. It takes about 35 people to set it all up. I order the products about 2 to 3 weeks.
In one day, this church cooked about 840 hamburgers, the leftovers being donated to their Wednesday night youth groups.
We wouldn't do it if it wasn't. I can't imagine what's going to happen whenever you guys move out to the new high school. We're obviously not going to do it anymore. I can't tell you how many kids I've had come up to me and say, thank you. It's a great thing to do. We just do it because we want to have good neighbors.
All the different people contributing to this event made it a great way to end homecoming week. This has been Kellen Chenoweth
And Milo Simpson,
reporting for the Tiger Hiline Online.
Here are Javier Acevedo-Reed and Daniel Mitchell with the Waterloo performance.
Last night at Scoreboard Bar and Grill, 4 performers were given the chance to shine and highlight their talents. What makes this different from other performers, you might ask? All of the headlining artists were 20 and under. Young adults were given the opportunity to show what they're made of, and one of those young adults was 17-year-old Trayvon Brown, aka GMK Trey.
My name is Trayvon Brown, spelled Trevon, Brown, you know what I'm saying? Stage name out here, GMK Trey. I'm 17 years old, youngest Vanessa coming up, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing music for about 2 years, started rapping about 2 years ago, started taking it seriously, starting to do shows and really industrialize my music. Probably about six months ago, around there, 6-7 months ago, I can't exactly remember, but I just really recently started taking it serious last year.
I enjoyed GMK Trey, his performance, young potential, I'm an old school artist. I've been doing this for a while now, I got about almost 2 decades. 29 years old, you feel me? It is what it is, but we out here supporting each other. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I felt really prepared, honestly. I felt over-prepared. Honestly, I feel like I kind of just get in my head too much. Yeah, I was definitely prepared for tonight, and definitely went great, rocked it out. You know what I'm saying? Definitely really appreciative of tonight and just how it went, regardless of how many people were here. It's always a learning experience, and, this is just going to set me up for bigger shows in the future. My stage performance, I'm always going to be enhanced. New experiences are just going to set me up for the big stuff. So, really humbled to be out here tonight.
This is Javier Acevedo-Reed for the Tiger Hiline, signing off.
Here are Jack Jorgensen and Benjamin Rumsey with the Rich Engel Classic.
Run through the mud. The Cedar Falls varsity male cross-country runners take first place at the 24th annual Rich Engel Classic. The team overall scored a total of 65 points, and individual places where Braden Burnett got 6, Alex Horseman got 8th, Michael Gudenbauer got 9th, Ethan Kober got 20th, Joel Burris got 22nd, Alex Mujica got 27th, and TJ Tomljanovich got 28th. Overall, though, the course was slow and wet. Coach Scott Gall tells us how that affects all the runners' times.
Pace-wise, what changes is that's probably slower because the conditions, when it's wet and muddy and the ground's soft, you're just not as efficient moving over that course, so it's not going to be as fast. The times aren't going to be as fast. But strategy-wise, we still want guys running smart and trying to pick it up the second half of those races.
The weather conditions dealt to the athletes did not favor any of the runners participating in the race. Every athlete had to run through the same conditions, but junior leader TJ Tomljanovich explains how Cedar Falls managed to fight through the mud and bring home the W.
It's really hard to get like a good grip and keep moving forward during the race, and also there's sometimes a lot of slipping going on, a lot of guys falling around. It's really easy to cause a big trip up.
As of the rankings today, the Cedar Falls Tigers are in the top 5 in the state and hope to stay up there for the rest of the cross season. This has been Jack Jorgensen reporting for the Tiger Hiline Online.
Here is Xander Groover with the Mr. Becker Interview.
At the end of the game, our players were going to shake the other team's hand, and they noticed that one of their people on their team was in a wheelchair and couldn't make it out to the middle, so our players made sure they went over and shook that person's hand. I was very proud of them, but I also was not surprised. I mean, Coach Remmer does a fantastic job of talking about character and sportsmanship all the time, and although we received a lot of recognition for that event, we would like to think that our players would do that 10 out of 10 times because it's just the right thing to do. They're good, high character players and athletes, and they're looking to acknowledge everybody and treat everybody with respect. The best thing I learned out of this, and we're always learning, is the effect of social media. The parents shared that letter with myself, and then she said that you're welcome to share this with your coaches and families if you want, players. I emailed it to only 8 people, and by the next morning, thousands and thousands of people had seen it because of social media and Facebook. And by Friday of that week, it was actually picked up by USA Today, and it became a national story. So it just shows how social media can take something and really explode on it. Makes people feel good to do the right thing. You do the right thing and look who benefited. The young man in the wheelchair benefited. Our players benefited. The parents of the person in the wheelchair obviously was emotionally touched. The story was a positive story. All those positives came from just doing a good thing. And I think if people in general can realize the more good things you do in life, the more it's going to benefit everybody.
Here is Xander Groover once again with the Kara Bierbauer profile.
I've been teaching since 2003. So now it's 2019, so 16 years? 16 years? Wow, I'm old. I have taught in Waterloo at an elementary school, and then I also taught in Wyoming, as in the state, not the town. And the town was called Thermopolis, Wyoming. So I think I got my inspiration from actually this high school. I went to school here and I took a co-op class, and I went to an elementary, and I got to work with kids every single day, and I really enjoyed it. I was working at an elementary in Wyoming, and I just found out that I had a lot of special needs kids in my class, and another teacher told me how well I did with them, and I just kind of gravitated towards that, learning and working with accommodations and figuring out different strategies to help kids learn, and so that's what I really enjoy about it. I first went to school to become a teacher at UNI, Cedar Falls, go Panthers. And then I got my master's from Walden University, and then I got my special education degree from Morningside. I chose to go to UNI because they have a great education program, and if you're going to be a teacher, I feel like UNI is the place to go in Iowa. I loved it. I learned a lot about myself there. It was great. I like that every day is different. It's not the same old boring stuff. Every day is different, and I get to meet new kids every year and their personalities and just really get to know a lot of different people in the community. The days where I can't help my students or my students feel frustrated, or the days that the students have other problems in their life and they just feel let down. So I take that load on too. So those are my not so good days. I love math. Math is one of my strongest areas, and I feel like I'm able to see math differently, which means I can help more students understand math, because I want everybody to love math. In high school, it would probably be math. Absolutely. My most memorable moments in teaching? I would probably say, as of right now, because I have the worst memory, my most memorable right now is when I did that graduation ceremony for Will. It was just very special and meaningful, and it really showed him how many people supported him as he went through some life hardships on his own. I guess my biggest goal is to be happy and to make sure that the people around me are also happy. That would probably be my biggest goal in life.
That's all for this week, and as always, we hope you have enjoyed it. Make sure to tune in next time when we give you more stories from the heart of Iowa.